Okay. If you're going ahead and you're already doing 1, 3, that's fine. Just keep quiet while I'm teaching it. So a one-sided limit is the y value a function approaches as you approach a given x value from either the negative/left side or positive/right side. So you're only going to take one road, like it's either the road from the left or the road from the right, or like the bug's only calling from one direction or something. Is that what she said? Okay. So this the limit of f of x as x approaches 3 from the left hand side is -1. So if I were to fill that out, that says as x approaches 3 from the left hand side, so you put that negative sign there, is -1. So the negative, people are confused sometimes because does the negative mean we're going towards the negative direction or coming from the negative direction? It's coming from. So you start off like to the left of your point and work your way back. The limit of f as x approaches 3 from the right hand side, so that'd be a 3 from the positive direction, is 2, so equals 2. And then if the two sides are different, what's the mean girls quote? If the two sides are different, what's true about the limit? Does not exist. So the limit only exists if these two things are the same. So like the bugs couldn't shake hands. The roads don't connect. So that type of thing. You got two different y values. I mean, it makes sense. If I said, what's the limit as x approaches 3, you'd be like, which one do you want? There's two of them. There can't be two. There can only be one, so it does not exist. Where? Okay. We okay here? Okay. Ooh, these are good. These are really good ones. Okay. Let's do example 2. So as x approaches -2, that's here, from the left-hand direction, so that's from over here, what is the y value heading towards? That would be 1. As x approaches -2, that's here still, from the positive direction, so that's coming from the right-hand side, it looks like it's going towards a y value of -2. So we got the left, the right, and like the overall. So if the left and right are different, what's true about the overall does not exist. I want you to try, some people that like went ahead, did you do the notes too? Like, did you do this part?
Well, I was doing it, and then Emma laughed at me because I was being silly. Because you were just going to do it. Yeah.
Well, not always. I want you guys to do D through I, if you haven't yet.
Look at that.
So if you, Antonio, if you went from the left to the right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then 3 is good. That's tough. People have trouble with that kind. Or are they the same type? well, that's good.
It looks like someone's going. It's off. Aw. What do you just think?
I did decide I'm gonna let you guys use a cheat sheet. I don't know if that changes like the way you take notes or anything, but just so you know. Don't know about that. You got like 5 points. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Only one cheat sheet. There's only like one piece of paper.
Yeah, sometimes it might not be a note card. Depends how they do it, how big it is. The most it would be if you like sheet paper cups. You could write it really small. I mean, a lot of crap on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see this one. The biggest one, like, hey,
Tempted to. Yeah.
that was so fun.
How I learned.
Really?
So
I'd tell them, like, if you write like this thing, that's stuff, they're not gonna agree with it.
I like this. That was so fun. You just rolled them up.
Alright. But please. So as X approaches 1, so you check both sides. I'm going to check from the left, check from the right. They would come together. They look like they're heading toward a Y value of 1. As X approaches 0, go from both sides. And there's no like circle there, but there's still a Y value there, right? Like that Y value is -2. 3 from the left. So X equals 3 from the left-hand side. It's going towards the Y value of 5. -1, the limit as X approaches -1. There, so your limit's going to be -3. F of 1 is -2, because that's where the dot is. F of -2 is 1, because that's where the dot is. Are those okay? Can I go over any of those again? Clarify something? Thought it was something else, anything? Alright, so 3 is definitely tougher. You're going to have to combine a lot of ideas here. And Carter said there's a couple on the homework too. So this will definitely be exercise. So I give you conditions, and the conditions actually get bigger as we go. So I'll put asymptotes on here after we go through asymptotes. And you got to make a graph that meets all of these conditions. So I always start with, like, that's just an actual point on the graph, right? That's 3, -1. So I can go right there. If it's like the G of 3 is this, that's close. But then they tell me the limit as X approaches 3 is 4. Well, that means the roads connect, or the bugs would shake hands at a Y value of 4. If I put a closed circle here also, would that be okay? That wouldn't be a function anymore. Remember the vertical line test? If you hit 2 points, it's not a function. So this can't be a closed circle, so it has to be open. And the roads from each side have to be heading towards that. And I don't know what happens yet over here, but I know that as I come toward the X value of 3, the Y value needs to be heading towards 4. So that's this one. Does that part make sense? Why I'm getting that? Why I'm putting that there? As X approaches -2 from the right, so from this side, the limit is 1. So at -2, 1, I don't know if it's open or closed. I'm gonna leave it open now because it's easier to close it later if I have to than it is to like unclose it. And then, as I come to -2 from the right hand side, it needs to be heading towards a y value of 1. So that kind of tells me, okay, I'm going to connect those. And sometimes I'll do like part C and then in part E, I'm like, oh, I can't do that because of this. You have to go back. Which I didn't do this one yet, so we'll see if that happens. But, so I did that. G is increasing from -2 to 3. So between these two open circles, the function's got to be increasing. So before I knew this, before I knew it was increasing, would that have been okay? It would have. But when it says it's increasing, now I'm saying, okay, now I got to be going like up the entire way. So that one. Limit as G approaches -2 from the left. So the road coming from the left approaches a y value that's higher than the road coming from the right. Well, I know the limit as I come from the right is 1. So my limit from the left just needs to be bigger than 1. It could be 3, 4, it could be 1,000,000. I'm just going to say 3. I mean, but realize it could be 4, 5, 2, anything. And to represent that, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna put an open circle at 3. And then as I come from the left, I need to be going towards that. That part okay? And now I gotta like make it an actual graph. So I just gotta put like an arrow here, and then graphs don't like just stop like that typically, right? So it doesn't matter if you go up or down, just put like an arrow. So you're representing this function that goes all the way. Like Carter, does that help with 4 and 5? Okay. That's all I got for the notes. Do what you can do at 1.3, and then tomorrow we'll answer questions and keep going. You guys will ask questions. No one's really asking anything yet, but I know you did it before too. But you guys will ask questions if and when you have them. So. Go. That's just like an example. It doesn't have to be exactly that.
What seriously each one of the number has 5 would this be correct? I'm not sure.
That's not 2.